Do it again, Jake. Jake, come out here and show them what you got here. Dude, exactly. Nailed it. I'm Rich.
I'm Frank.
And it's people, pints, and possibilities.
Yeah.
And boom!
And action.
Boom.
Welcome to beautiful California Coast Beer Company in Paso Robles. I'm the Vibe Titan, and I always have my guy with me.
Dabbler, 'tis the season.
He's dabbling. He's out there getting ready for the holiday season. He's out there stapling the shit out of some
Spread and cheer.
Christmas lights. The staples don't go into the actual wiring, Frank.
Well, it's the only way it'll stay when the wind around here.
All right, we got Mark Willey in the house.
Big Willie.
What's
Big
the nickname?
Most of my friends call me Willie. A few friends
Willie.
from high school that were in PE with me call me Big Willie.
Big Willie in PE. Dude, that was the 8th grade. Check the line. Like, dude, you didn't take a shower, go back
That's
in.
Ray Solorio. And Ray, I'll send this to you, man.
All right, dude, we already got a shout out. You know, Rob Covarrubias is a shout out king. I have to make a video of all his shout outs. I think he shouted out 150 people. All right, we're welcoming Rob in. This guy's done a lot of things. Willie, you've been a realtor. We're going to give you the background on what you're going to talk about.
Yes, sir.
You've been a realtor. You've been lending. You're a social media guru. You were on it. YouTube, Insta. You had 500,000 views on a video.
Just under, yeah.
Dude,
Let's
just a
call
little
it
something.
450,
Check the
460.
receipts out there. And then this guy's been a COVID. He was a COVID fan, holding California Coast up when we didn't have any money.
Well, not a COVID fan, but a fan
Oh,
here
there you
during
go.
COVID. Yeah.
He's a Cal Coast fan during COVID.
Thank you for the clarification.
Dude, you know, I get so excited. You do have to clarify sometimes.
Yeah, don't get me started. Well, you said we could talk about whatever we want, but
We can. Dude, let's go. All right.
Yeah.
Welcome to the lab.
yeah. So I found this place. Let's just call it February of 20, right?
Yep.
And before things went haywire.
Yeah.
And I wasn't spending too much time here, but I had an office rented right down the street for my mortgage business, and then when everything started hitting the fan, when everything got locked down, 2 weeks to flatten everything, I still want to have a beer, and you couldn't find a beer anywhere.
Couldn't find you, but I knew where you could
But
find
I knew
one.
a place. There was a rumor around town that you can go down the street.
There's a rumor around
and
and round.
You can. I mean, there were so many,
You can drink
so
a
many
beer or
versions
two.
of the rules at the time. You can drink on site, but you had to have a pack of Cheez-Its.
Dude,
You had that little shack
yeah,
that was
that's
doing that.
such bullshit. All the bullshit
Tater
rules.
tots.
The little tater tots,
Tater
right?
tots, chicken strips, whatever
So
you
I
call
would
it.
sometimes order the tater tots and not even take them because I just want to have a beer. So they would just keep them in the, and I guess that passed. But anyhow,
Because you know COVID, like, you're susceptible to COVID unless you have tater tots in your hand.
But yeah, so
True.
my history with this
That's
place, we
facts.
were going on 6 years coming here, give or take. Obviously, I like the mentality, I like the group, I like the community embracement here.
All right.
This place really speaks for itself. I mean, you got the whole wall inside the main bar with all the first responders, so on and so forth. But yeah, so I initially started coming here just because A, I could get a beer, and B, you guys were doing some demo down there. And my dad, rest in peace, he was a heavy equipment operator most of my life, so I've always liked big tractors and shit. So I was hanging out on that
Flat work. It's flat work.
Is that flat work?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would come down here and have a couple of IPAs during lunch, and I just like to watch all the demo that was going
Dude,
on. And
This guy was out there videoing.
Yeah. And what happened that day? You came over.
I rolled over and said, "What's up, dude? Who are you? Are you with the city?"
This son of a bitch is going to turn us in.
or from,
Because we love the city.
or
We
from
love-
Sacramento.
Where are you from? I thought you were from Sacramento. I was not worried about Paso Robles because we know most of those people.
Yeah.
I thought you were straight from Sacktown because right
There
before
goes the
that,
license.
we had gotten the Sacramento visit when Doug got fined
Oh, that's right.
like every day.
and
So
he used to be in here, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Correct. Yep.
They
Yeah.
sent the Sacktown people. They sent the Sacktown over to Bay Area and back down to Paso Robles to bust us. Yeah. Yeah. So you were out there videoing and I rolled up on you.
Yeah, I still have the videos on my phone, and those will be. I don't
Dude,
think. I don't
are you
think
using those as evidence? What are you doing?
in 10 years are going to
You're
be
like
hey, Willie,
Gavin.
give me those videos. I want to see. We're doing like some historical video about Cal Coast, so you're gonna want some of that old footage that I shot. From
That's
back
how
in the
you
day.
got 500,000 views. You viewed me like
roughly.
coming over to talk to you.
Anyhow, but yeah, I think
nice.
that was
All
the
right.
first time we formally met.
Well,
so.
enough about Calcos. We'll get
Enough
to
about
that. All right, we want to know about you. We brought you on because
sir.
you're around
Cheers.
town. You know everybody. You're a man amongst the people. People, Pints, Possibilities
Yes,
is
sir.
our obviously our
That's your
core
mantra.
values here. That's the mantra. So we're gonna find out about your core values as well. And before that, like, subscribe, follow us.
Hit the bell wherever
Let's
it is.
go.
the bell.
We keep gaining members. People keep watching. People keep viewing. We appreciate it. Ask us questions. We will answer them.
Absolutely.
I did get one note. Why is there no more 3 pints in from Frank? Because they said they stopped listening once the 3 pints in came off. So,
Little do they know we're still doing 3 pints.
oh yeah, we'll get to it. All right. So, people, beer brings us together, but the people keep us coming back here
Absolutely.
at Calcoast. We It's not that we don't care. Our craft is the beer and producing the product. But we also know that the people come first. You got to have happy people here. So for you, let's learn about you. What's your history?
What do you want to know, man?
Dude, tell us about Willey.
Willie, Big Willie.
Dude, growing up,
49, staring at 50 in about a month and a half, and I'm having a hard time with that one. This is the first age that I've actually been thinking about, man, not a whole lot of time left. You know what I mean?
people, when we were young, 50 were old as shit.
Oh, when I was in high school, 30,
They had-
that TV show 30-something, those were old
Dude,
fucks.
they had Velcro shoes,
30s.
Velcro shoes, and they all wore those like cardigan sweaters.
Dude, I'm ready.
That's all
I'm
Frank
your way
dresses right
too.
now.
Velcro
He's
shoes
like,
and
wait,
sweaters.
when I
That
turn
sounds
50,
great.
I don't have to tie my shoes anymore.
Fuck yeah.
Do you go with double or triple Velcro?
So 50, dude.
Dude,
or
double,
one, or
but you
one
gotta
big
X
fat
them.
one.
Double and X.
Remember that ties
Oh,
back
that's
in.
80s, yeah.
Hey, that ties back into Frank and his 3 pints in, dude. There you go. All right, so
Full
you're turning
circle.
50, and it's
Yep.
making you nervous. You're having a midlife crisis early, or how does that work?
No,
you
I
got a
want to call it
Harley?
a crisis. My history. Let's get to my history first.
Gotta
We'll
get
go
a
back to
vet.
my pending crisis.
All right, let's go.
So moved up here at the end of 2014. Long story short,
Yep.
I used to be a traveling sales rep living out of LA, covering all the Southern California, Southwest of the United States, on the road 5 nights a week. Hotels were my life, and I was my most northern stop in my territory happened to be Paso Robles, and I would come up here and just absolutely fell in love with the spot because that little sign right there that says "You don't choose Paso, Paso chooses you." I
Yeah.
mean, if you vibe with this type of town, then that sign is 100% accurate. I would come up here, and I think I had maybe 1 or 2 accounts. I could come up here and knock them out in an hour or 2 and drive back down to LA, but I would spend 3 days here.
Yeah.
Come up here on the company card.
Decompress. Oh yeah.
Come up here and stay in the hotels, and
Fucking LA.
I just love the spot, and I would dread having to go back down to flipping Los Angeles. And long story shorter, ended up meeting my current girlfriend. She hates that term because we've been together for 12 years, so she's my partner evidently. But then if I say that's my partner, then
Oh,
it's a
dude.
dude or a
Do
chick.
you
I'm not
do-
touching this.
Do you do anniversaries?
Yeah, we don't really know when our anniversary is. Because if you're not married, then when is the anniversary? When you first met, your first date, or the first time you guys banged?
Met.
So met.
Yeah, you should bring her flowers on that date.
Okay, thank you.
So
You
you'll
must
be a winner.
You must be married.
I am married.
Okay, I've never been married.
Smart man.
Dude, you guys just tread it lightly. I'm not messing with that, Mark.
So continuing on, so yes, I met her on one of my trips up here. I offered to buy her and her girlfriend not her girlfriend at the time, her girlfriend.
Dude, there's a lot going on
There
right
is a
in
lot
the
going
last
on.
2 minutes right now.
We were at-
You definitely have my attention.
we were at the old Via Creek, which is now Alchemist Garden.
Yep.
I was there, and she was giving me the eyes. And down in LA, you don't get that at all because unless you have a lot of money, which I didn't.
And you
still
said,
don't.
"Hey, ladies."
So, waitress came over to me. Can I get you anything else? I said, as a matter of fact, why don't you buy those 2 pretty girls something on my tab?
The old buy him a drink. That
Yep.
move works.
It worked.
Shit, I didn't think it worked.
So they said,
Okay.
waitress came back over and said, no, they're going to politely pass because she has to go pick up her kids. So she qualified it. And then lo and behold, once they were getting up to leave, she came over and started chopping up with me, thanked me for offering to buy her a drink. That would never happen in Los Angeles, ever, one bit. So I was kind of like, whoa, this girl's kind of different, and are people a little bit different up here, right? It's not just all about the money grab and, trying to climb up the Hollywood corporate disgusting ladder, blah, blah, blah. So I worked really fast and got her number, and then we ended up going out on Father's Day the month after that, because my dad was dead a long time ago, and she didn't have a relationship with her father, so we had a nice date for Father's Day and ended up moving up here a year after that. So we did kind of a long distance thing and came up here and tried to do that traveling job from Paso. Wasn't working because I had to be down in San Diego, Phoenix, Vegas every other week, and it just wasn't working. So one thing led to another. And
Traveling. So you said a lot there. First of all, let me correct you. You didn't choose Paso. The pretty girl chose you. Paso didn't choose you. Second thing is
combo.
The traveling salesman sounds fucking horrible.
It has
Were
has
you
this
like,
novelty.
Put it there, partner. We got a 3-for-5 deal. If you act now, I can not only get you the Amway spray, but I can get you a car stereo. What were you selling?
I was selling products for patients that have diabetes, so lower extremity stuff.
To hospitals.
Podiatrists, some hospitals, actually
Big
some,
money.
some shoe stores as well. No, not
No?
not at all.
Well, not for you.
Not for,
for
somebody else there's
presumably for the
making
company.
money.
It was a position. It was a job that just turned into a rut. I had a 1.5 foot out for probably 3 years, and one thing led to another. Got fired and quit simultaneously. It's actually kind of hard to do, but I'm pretty good at doing that. So
Nice.
Dude. Yeah, you don't worry. Let's talk about that. So as you grew up, I want to go back. Like, what are the characteristics that you hold on to? What do you value for you? Like, what, every business has a personality. Every person has a personality. What was your style growing up? What?
I was parents divorced when I was, I think, 4 or 5. And I think that I think about this often. Why am I like so independent and so just focused on more like individual stuff versus team stuff? And I think it's going back to when my parents got divorced. You just kind of had to figure shit out kind of on the fly.
Yeah.
And I gravitated towards skateboarding, which is a very individual, make it or break it.
Dude, you're
sport.
skateboarding.
Oh, big time. My
You
dad,
and Frank are about to go into a whole thing right now.
my dad built me a 4-foot half pipe in our backyard in Watsonville. And that was like the spot, man. After school, we had 20, 30 kids over there and just tearing it up. My dad occasionally would say, hey, is there any liability involved with this if somebody busts their arm? But didn't give too much of a shit about it. So
not if you're north of, like this area, that's kind of like free. It's like free people up there, right? Watsonville, is that close to Santa Cruz, right?
Yeah, so it's
like surf culture, skate culture.
No. So Watsonville is a Santa Maria of Santa Cruz County.
Mm-hmm. Artichokes.
The Santa Maria of Santa Cruz County.
Yeah, hard, blue
Hard-working
collar, hard
people.
working, a lot of immigrants,
a lot of ag.
Bless their heart. Just a lot of
So
industrial.
you're skating. Did you take the skateboarding? Were you street just half pipe? You just half pipe
half
skating?
pipe street.
Who was
cruise
your
around
heroes?
county.
Skaters.
Professional or non-professional?
Just anyone.
Oh, that would have to be my cousin Chris, who he got caught up in the fentanyl about 10 years ago, and he's no longer with us.
Dude, you know how to turn things sideways.
man.
I love this.
Yeah.
You're like talking to Frank.
Yeah.
I'm totally used to it, by the way. I thought you were going to say Tony Hawk, and we went to fentanyl.
No. My cousin Chris, he was the one that I always kind of looked up to, and he, I think he didn't buy me my first board, but definitely helped me build my first launch ramp, and we piled around for several years. And
What was it about him?
God, I don't know. What was it about cousin Chris, man? He didn't give a fuck.
Fearless.
He didn't give a fuck.
gave
Yeah,
Just launch it.
yeah, he came from a not so great background. I came from a more structured background to an extent, but I just kind of liked his grit and his hustle, and he just kind of had to work his shit out, and he got caught up in a bunch of bad shit. But I kind of envied his little edge to an extent. You know what I mean? And I never had that at all. So
you didn't know you were answering my question without answering my question. Is you are gritty, so that's a good way to put it. You're a grinder, man. You'll figure it out. Like, do you pride yourself on that?
I do. I've always, I don't know, most of the jobs that I've had throughout my whole life have been, if you don't succeed, then you only have yourself to blame. I've had very few W-2 jobs where, hey, here's your salary, just go do your job, until you work hard enough not to get fired. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And even, you know, fast forward to me being, you know, damn near 50, I'm still doing that same type of work. And, you know, I like to be measured on my efforts and not, you know, punching the clock and getting a nice watch after 10 years of doing the same damn thing over and over and over. So am I as successful, quote unquote, successful as I would like to be? I don't know. How do you measure that necessarily? I mean, is it a bank account? Is it peace in your mind? I mean, is it you know, level of like satisfaction? I'm still trying to figure that out.
It's different for everyone.
Yep, and it changes.
And it changes.
It changes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
Yep. Kind of going through a period now, like what is success to me? You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a great question.
Yeah.
Frankie, what's success to you?
Health, family happy.
100%.
Yeah, right.
And right there, I'm good.
Man, that health piece
It's
man,
it's the highest level.
that health piece. I've been seeing people in the last 5 years, people that shouldn't been dying have been dying, and
yep.
it's just it's a humbling thing to see. Good friend Bobby Brown last year went to bed after eating turkey dinner and dead as a doornail the next morning.
Dude, right.
Good
Wow.
buddy
Bring
from high school.
turkey right before
Like,
Thanksgiving.
what the fuck? You know?
Wow.
Yeah. Well, it's the phases. You remember, you're breaking beer bottles, listening to No Effects, I'm sure. And then went into people are getting married. So you're going to a million weddings. And then all of a sudden, a million, they're all having babies.
Uh-huh.
And then you kind of phase out for a little bit. And then it's everyone's getting divorced.
Oh, yeah?
And that phases out. And then it's everyone's dying.
Got to pay the piper.
Yeah. You're like,
Yeah. The Reaper's coming.
so everyone goes through it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
it's I think this transition in life has been very eye-opening, and you really value the stuff that maybe 20 years you didn't give a shit about, right?
Yeah.
Right. You know, you can't be killed when you're in your teens, in your 20s, right? You're just indefensible or whatever. What's the term I'm thinking about? You are
Invincible?
invincible. Yeah, you're invincible, right? Through
Yeah.
your 30s, right? And now, you know, you go to the doctor and he says, "Man, your cholesterol's through the fucking roof. You should probably get on this medication."
Cholesterol who?
Who is that?
What?
He says, "How much do you drink a week?" I said, you know, a little bit. He goes, "How much is that?" I said, "I drink 2 or 3 drinks a day." He goes, "Well, you should probably cut back." I'm like, "Really?"
Yeah. Well, healthy people die too. You
I'd
know,
find
like
another
that's the weird
doctor.
thing is like they say that, and then all my friends who are like, "Oh no, I don't do that. I don't eat red
Yeah.
meat," and you know, shit, they're not any healthier than I am. I
Yeah.
have to say, I understand too much. You know, I think what is it? Moderation and everything, man.
Yep.
You got to work out. You got to move around. You got to eat
gotta move
well.
around.
You got to enjoy a cheeseburger and a beer as well.
And you guys make a great cheeseburger here. That's a plug for these guys on Thursday. I did I was the one and only guy that did
you are
the
a salesman.
triple.
I love it.
I did the triple cheeseburger a couple of months ago. and
You did a 3
You
by
did a
3.
triple?
I was gonna do a
What?
quad. I was gonna do a quad. I'm like, no, that's too much. I was really hungry, and I asked Zach. I said, "Hey, Zach, has anybody ever ordered the triple smash burger?" He goes, "No, not yet." So I'm gonna be the first one, and it was delicious.
So
And
is it the Willey burger with 3 L's?
dude, the Willy burger.
Admittedly, it was a little
sideways
It
too.
was,
sideways.
The L's have to
Yep.
be like an E.
it was too much beef, man. I was trying to choke down the last couple of bites, but it was delicious.
Dude, I think you
Blasphemy.
ate. That's
There's no
three.
such thing.
That's 3/4 of a pound of beef, just for those at home keeping track.
Yeah, meat sweats.
All right.
Yeah.
The pints, as you move on, like you're right.
Yep.
So the phases of life, the pints here, our craft is, you know, a lot of things. Frank brings some fresh ingredients together to make beer.
Delicious.
Excuse me. And then we take this old auto garage and put everything together and throw parties and bring people together. And we just take an environment that otherwise, you know, has no life and bring people in and give it a ton of life. And so
Absolutely.
what's your craft? What did you find that you like to do? What brings you joy?
You know what I was doing, and I need to get back to it is, and you know, you guys could speak to this because I've featured you guys in probably most of my short form videos.
Dude, we appreciate that, by the way.
I really like to promote Paso Robles, man.
You do.
I really do.
You're gangster at it, too.
but
You were
it's-
kicking ass, sir.
Yeah, I'll get back to it at some point, but it was taking up too much time, and I wasn't, you know, making the income that I needed to make. But I was,
So, Mark, but you were ahead of your time, dude. You're a pioneer, bro. You were.
I was having success in because the number one thing that
You were
made me
like Davy Crockett of Paso Robles, like promoting stuff.
the best thing about me doing all the social media videos about Paso
Davy
and the local
Crockett's
businesses.
horrible. I have to go back. Who are the guys that went west?
Wasn't Davy
Donner
Crockett,
Party.
dude.
That's a horrible one.
Donner Party.
You saw it even worse. Who are the guys? Hold on, we have to get this right now. This is going to be horrible. I even studied history.
Jamie? Can you check that out?
Who came and found Oregon?
Wasn't it a little game when the computer first came out?
No, that's the Oregon Trail. Oh my God, if you're out there, send us a message. We're horrible.
Oregon?
Jake's
Yikes.
probably the only one who would know that.
Columbus.
Yes, 1492. All right, so
world's flat,
you were
prove it.
making videos though.
Yeah, but the cool thing is, I mean, I was in here 2 weeks ago, and I forget who it was. I think it was Justin or somebody at the bar was like, "Hey, that guy over there with the dog, like he was talking to me about, you know, well, he was talking to the customer. Hey, how'd you find us? Blah blah blah." He says, "Well, I've been watching this dude on YouTube, you know, promoting Paso, and your spot came up in a few of his videos." And then actually, I think that's him right over there because I was hanging out here having a pint, and lo and behold, and that was like the third anecdote that I had heard just in the last couple of months about people that found this place because of what I had been putting out there. And
What spurred that on? What was your initial thought?
initial thought of
Why you wanted to do that? Yeah, because you were ahead. No one was doing that.
Yeah.
What you were doing. There wasn't a person. I know that for a fact.
Well, I mean, it's good for business as far as what I do. You know, enlightening people that might want to come and visit Paso, right?
Yep.
And explore the great
But
things.
what made you think that social media was the way to go? Because the realtors weren't doing that. You were popping up and you were saying, at least not here locally.
Yeah, a few of them are doing that around here. I mean,
Were they at the same time
pardon me?
that you did it? They were posting videos?
Not around
'Cause
here.
I never
but
saw any.
No, a friend of mine out in Vegas was pretty big at doing
Oh, there
it.
you go.
Yeah,
there you
so,
go. So,
buddy of my named Sean was doing it out in Vegas.
but
and,
you were posting videos. You were like, all right, need 10 places. Like one of your big ones was best wineries to visit, right?
Yep.
Was that it?
Yeah, it was 10 good wineries on the west side of Paso, and I threw it up on Instagram, and it just went absolutely bonkers. And I think I think it's close to 500,000 views now. I've been off Instagram for a few months now. I'll get into that in a little bit,
Dude.
But,
500,000 views though is badass.
yeah, and you know, I was answering comments, and a few people said, "Hey, I'm looking to buy there. Can you help me buy a house?" Of course. So
Yep.
Yeah.
So you were just using the media of the time. I say this. You got to master the media of the time. I'm all over AI. I'm all over this shit. Like, I don't want to be left behind. I own Bitcoin, and that's not working good. It was so great.
it'll get
just
there.
a week ago, it was so good.
don't look at it.
Dude,
Don't look
I got to buy more now. You saw what happened,
It's on
right?
sale.
It's on,
It's on
it's on Black Friday early.
It's on sale.
But you were ahead of your time, and you got to. I tell people this: you have to. I don't give a shit what you think you are. You're like, oh no, I'm gonna live in a cabin in the trees. We'll live in a cabin. Live in a cabin in the trees.
He's talking
Frank,
about me right there.
but have your pulse on the outside before they send a drone in and blow up your fucking property. So,
Invest in Lockheed.
So,
and
you know, you got to master the medium of the time, and you were ahead of your game, and people were taking notice.
Yeah, and you know, my main, I guess, attraction to that type of medium, using the camera to tell short stories, was I studied film in college,
there it
and not
is.
like that ever materialized into anything, career wise, but 30 years out of 25, 30 years being out of college, I kind of found this medium that went all the way back to what I was actually studying. And I'm like, wow, this, not that I needed to go to school to, figure this shit out, but it was kind of a interesting reflection on having studied some stuff that is applicable to today, telling short stories in through a visual medium. And I still enjoy doing it. I need to get back to it, do more of it, but taking a little hiatus right now.
You said that. So what's the hiatus? What happened?
Oh, man.
Give me the tea, dude. Let's.
So you guys listen to Jocko Willink. Did I pronounce that right?
Good.
Is it Willink?
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So some stuff went down a couple months ago, right? Charlie Kirk got blasted, and I was a big viewer of a lot of his stuff, and you guys can start writing whatever you want on the chat.
Please do.
By all
We
means.
need more controversy in here. Hit us up.
So
Traffic.
but I was pretty well versed on just his worldviews and
Charlie Kirk, that is. You're talking about? Yeah.
And
Okay.
From my standpoint, and most people that I know standpoint, that actually, value the things that he espoused and stood for. So after he got shot, and then of course social media was erupting, and people are seeing little snippets of people that had never heard about him, never watched any of his 2-hour conversations with people that disagreed with him. People are getting these little snippets on the news, on their feed, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. They're getting little snippets of stuff that's super, super biased against them, taking stuff out of context, using a 10 or 15-second video of a 3-hour conversation, just totally manipulating it. And then I start seeing people with all this hate and wishing, applauding his death, and people that think like him should die. And I'm like, man, like this was the first time I ever saw like the real like dark side of humanity on social media. And I'm like, I didn't know people could go this route,
Yeah.
Like applauding the death, like celebrating death. I'm like, wow.
No, we're definitely in the phase of manipulation of the human mind. And it started, I think it was more evident how easily people were manipulated in COVID, right?
Yeah.
One way or another. Because I usually tend to not have an opinion in the initial phase because I don't consider myself an expert in anything. And I value, I was from the old school teacher's mentality, which was a student in your classroom should never know your affiliation to anything. We should be inspiring and provoking thought. We should absolutely not be shaping thought or molding it right in a direction.
Sure. 100%.
And that theory is completely out the door, it feels like.
Right.
But I think we have to get back to, like, you can't leave social media because then you leave it for all the people that, there should be open discussion. You can't have that open discussion then, but post some positive stuff, you know, like drown out the stuff that you think is negative and keep rolling on. Because, this is a tough scenario, but if everyone ducks away from it,
I get it.
You get what you get.
I know.
And where did Jocko come in?
Yeah, so exactly. So back to my point. So he had about a month or two. So shortly after the assassination, he had maybe it was a 15 or 20 minute podcast touching on it, but not digging too much into it. But he brought up a great point. I've talked about this with a few people as far as the who has a phone over here? Do you got a phone on you?
I do not.
He was talking about how before smartphones and before social media, in order to
do you need me to turn it on?
That's a pretty picture.
It is,
dude. That's so
me
cool.
and
That's a
Martha.
$20,000 picture.
but no, the point of his that podcast was before social media, before smartphones, where you could get any news and any biased information at the touch of a finger. To brainwash somebody, you had to physically restrain them, take them somewhere for a long period of time, and hammer them with whatever drugs or discourse or whatever it took to brainwash somebody back when in the 80s or before, right? Think about like the Branch Davidians or who was the other guy?
The Waco dude.
No, the dude that had the swastika on his forehead.
Charlie Manson.
Charlie Manson, right?
Yeah. Jim Jones.
Yeah, so back in the cool old days when you wanted to brainwash people, you had to like take them somewhere and beat it into them or do something for them to adopt your viewpoint. Now, and Jocko was like, now everybody has it in their fucking pocket.
Yeah.
When you really think about it, because despite what your algorithm on Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram, no matter what you're looking at, they're always testing like new data, right? They'll drip on you with something that might be controversial, and if you click on it, then they think you want more of it. So then, and if it's one side of the aisle or the other, then you just keep getting that, right? You keep getting that and that.
Absolutely.
And that. And whether you're aware of it or not, I don't think most people are, but I started to become aware of it after he pointed that out. I was like, wow, there is stuff in my feed that, do I believe in that wholeheartedly or not? And half the time, my answer was no. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a break from this shit. I'm going to start reading more books. I started doing jiu-jitsu a few months back.
And dude, you're on it. Did you feel better because of it?
100%.
That's indoctrination.
100%.
Propaganda.
100%.
So Frankie's off of it. Frankie's off of it.
Frankie
You're
was
off
never
of it.
on it.
Dude, you're on it. You're in the background.
Dude, my
Come on.
algorithm is
The
brewing
problem is
parts
the problem is you boys. You're good, and I'm gonna throw this out there. You guys are gonna be really cool. You'll have about 500 people in the mountains, and there'll be about 6 billion people that are against you that use your phone. So
Bring it.
I'm gonna keep fighting the good fight and spread the positivity on there because it is the medium. It's in everyone's fucking hands. And so if we're not out there telling people, listen, don't be manipulated. Right. Formulate your own opinions. talk to people first person. And I'm telling you, 100%. I'm more passionate because people said I stole money from a school district. Right. I'm going to tell you that I am sensitive to it.
Yep.
And people believed it. And so I'm never going to shy away from having conversations about the right thing and teaching people not to judge.
Yep.
And so I'm going to dig in on that shit because they said my wife doesn't know how to fucking work at the school district. Yikes. And she was overpaid and all sorts of shit. That was all on the radio. Shit, huh? And you know what I learned? You can't ignore it. You have to go out and tell people this is bullshit.
But the difference is, I think the vast majority of people, especially young people, are getting just very small snippets of information. And it's not long conversations of information, which is available online, don't get me wrong. But I think on the majority of platforms, especially Facebook, Instagram, and definitely TikTok, it's just very shortened tidbits of information that is slanted in one direction or the other. So,
but we've got to go. Okay, then we've got to go teach people that those are just you got to get in front of people. You got to get with young people. That's why he was controversial. Like him, hate him. That's what the young people are being shaped and they're being used one way or another. I'm not into I'm more into like teaching critical thinking.
Absolutely.
And so. Somebody has to do it, or else you're going to get what you get.
Yep.
Like somebody, or you're going to hope that you're just teaching, Frank's teaching his girls, and they have it, but they're out there in a world where there is a lot of manipulation both way, in every direction right now. Yeah. And we're in a new age, you said.
It's a new age of just short attention spans. I mean, when I started,
can I have my phone back, by the way? Dude.
Yeah, you can.
Jeez.
I ordered a bunch of stuff on Nordstrom. I ordered a bunch of stuff on Nordstrom.com real quick.
I stole your phone. Good.
But I know for a fact that, the vast majority of people aren't sitting down and having conversations with people that they have differing opinions.
And that's
just
not
happening.
That's the problem.
100%.
That's the problem. But if people can't have a conversation anymore. And I love it. I dig in on them.
I thought it was specifically, 30 and below age group. But when I was seeing friends of mine that are my age,
60.
they were
hell yeah, it's everyone.
When I was seeing people my age on social media talking shit about this guy's fucking death,
getting disinvited to Christmas parties during COVID because you didn't get a shot, or all sorts of stuff. Where you stand on Trump, everything has to be one side. Everything has to be one side, and that's because we're allowing it. We can't. We're either teaching it or allowing it to happen.
I agree,
and I ain't allowing it to happen around me. So
good. Well, I
wish attack it.
I wish
every
more
chance
people had your mindset. But
how can you get them to have it if we don't keep talking to them?
Well, I think the upside is we see the number of podcasts that are exploding. I mean, just take Joe Rogan or Sean Ryan or any of these really popular
People
podcasts.
Pints Possibilities.
Yeah, People Pints
blowing
Possibilities.
Up.
Yeah, you guys are number 2 in the world now, aren't you?
Blowing up, dude. We're number 2 at least on this block.
But I like to think that humanity is slowly wisening up to this medium, and people that had maybe very small glimpses of information that was completely manipulated. Now, hopefully, they're broadening their horizon and sitting down or listening to a conversation with two people that have different opinions on different things. And that's how the world has always been, right? Mm-hmm. At least that's how it should be. But just the division, the tribal nature of this country and even the world at this point, I hope something kind of course corrects. And I really hope something course corrects, but
so you're off Instagram. You're basically off all of it.
I just still do some YouTube videos from time to time, because that's longer form stuff, and of course it's not political by any means. It's just community stuff around Paso and the county. But I'm just taking a break from it, and it's been great.
And that's okay.
Yeah, I've been less stressed and less judgmental of people because, hey man, I fell into the same trap of like passing judgment on people with people that had a different opinion. I'm like, dude, I'm doing the same thing that they're doing. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to get more grounded and hang out with people that have broad worldviews and not narrow-sighted worldviews. And that's why I love coming here, man. It seems like people here are just they're grounded and they're willing to have conversations about different topics, and you don't get pigeonholed into, well, you're this because you voted for that person, or you're this because you voted for that person. It just seems to be an open-minded atmosphere here, and
it is,
and that really shows on a daily basis here. So,
and you have to work on that. Like, that culture is not built overnight. You still have people stepping on each other's toes. You still have people but you have to learn to navigate that and say that's where the bring people together, leave them better is like, it's okay to bring your opinion to our door, but it's not okay to just make people uncomfortable. And, it's okay to have a great conversation. And, we initially started with no politics, religion, or school district inside here. Leave it behind.
No school district.
But there's really no way to get away from it because,
it's part of
and
life.
now it's about navigating individuals. We have within kind of our culture building, individuals make teams, right? Individuals make countries, individuals make states. You have to be able to embrace the individuality of the people, but get them to be a team. At some point we all have to work together, and that's the reality. You have to, or you have to have a civil war and take each other out. Like, I don't know. Those are the choices. Yeah. I don't know if you guys know history very well, but I don't know who went west and discovered the Pacific Ocean, but other than that, we're good. But yeah, I mean, you have no choices. You can keep dividing. You keep dividing. You're gonna get what you get, right? Organizations are designed to get the results they get, and right now we're designed to have division, but we have to design ourselves to not have it.
From my standpoint, and I'm going to go back to why I love this community so much. It seems like, by and large, and there's exceptions to every rule, but it seems like by and large, the majority of this community is pretty open-minded, and it doesn't seem to be extreme on one side or the other. And it seems like people around here are willing to have conversations with people that they don't agree with 100%. I can't say the same thing for certain cities north or south of here. They seem to be very divided, but around here it seems like people are just enjoying life and accepting people for who they are.
In my opinion, and I hear you, I think you're right about that. I think the issue is if you could travel around Europe and see things or travel around countries, you'd have a different respect for America. In my own travels, we have things very well, and we have the latitude to complain about stupid shit that other people don't. They're barely able to make ends meet in a lot of places, and they're thankful to have a pint of beer at the end of the day. And they're not allowed to change their social status. They're not allowed to advance. They can't open their own business. They're never going to leave the town that they grew up in.
Right.
And so my travels, just talking to people, throughout different areas, it opened my eyes a lot to, we really do. We joke about first world problems, but I'll tell you they're here, and it's ridiculous because people don't, there are countries you don't have the right to say what you want.
Of course
not. You do not have it.
Or to be whoever you want to be. Some countries, they throw you off of a fucking roof if you're gay. It's just, the list goes on and on.
Or get a third patty on your burger.
And so there's not, if ever, what is it? 1% of the America, Frank, served in the military. 1% served in the military. Is that right?
1% currently
of the population.
Of the population, 1% currently, and then 5% total have served.
Wow. Yeah. So if we could just find a little more perspective, I don't know if that has to be forced or how that has to work, but I think we have things pretty well here.
I think the more people travel, and especially if they travel out of this country or even to like less ideal areas of the country itself, you realize, especially here on the Central Coast and the majority of California, of course the state has its issues. We don't need to go there, but I think when the world and people's lives are just really, really good overall, people are going to find stuff to bitch about.
The downfall of Rome, right?
It's unbelievable,
And I think in the end, like, that's what I appreciated about some of the places I traveled to is we're all looking for those, we talk about it as the basic necessities of human, shelter, food, water, clothing, right?
Good community,
community, tribal, ways. There's a lot of people just looking for that, and I think in the end we really all just want a few things. We want to be able to go have some purpose and work a job that we feel like we're valued at. We want to make an honest living. We want to be able to have a few nice things. We want to have a roof over our head, food there.
Frank wants a yacht, though.
Take care of our families.
Doesn't have to be 16-footer.
Dude,
that's called a dinghy, isn't it?
Oh, I'll take that.
But I think we still we're closer than we think. I think there's this, you said, this false sense of we're really far apart. Yeah. And yet we all go home and drive our cars and go and watch the same TV shows and the same, everything else. We just get easily whipped into a frenzy. You know, get sharked up. They're chumming the waters.
What do you think precipitated that? I have my opinion. What do you think precipitated that? And when did that start, do you think?
Frank, what do you think?
Geez, a while ago.
How long? And why? What do you think was kind of the tipping point, in your opinion? What I'm talking about is like why the country
I think presidents and COVID.
Okay. Gotcha.
Because reflect, 9/11 hit and 9/12, we were the
Unified.
most patriotic country there is.
Yeah.
And then that kind of diffused, and then we threw COVID and a couple other things in there, and people just, they drew the line.
Well, yeah, the line was drawn in the sand. Yeah. My take is when the cell phone or the smartphone, when the smartphone and the internet just took over, right? I mean, when back in the 80s, right, early 90s, you didn't know somebody's personal beliefs unless they told you, right? Right. And I kind of missed that era, not knowing that somebody that I really value has some really fucking disgusting viewpoints. You know what I mean? But now it's propagated on social media, whether it's on the Instagram story or something where they're airing their viewpoints that are arguably not great.
Why do people feel that? Yeah, I don't know. Why do they feel the need to like?
Again, it's become tribal, right? A lot of people have that
defend it. They say the breakdown of religion is it was replaced. Like human nature is. Now we're getting deeper. The human nature is that I want to believe in something bigger than myself. And if I'm missing that somewhere, if you read The Righteous Mind or you read The Coddling of the American Mind, both great books, it's that lack of, whether you like church or not, that was kind of where you put your faith in something.
Sure.
And if that's gone, now your faith is you're willing to die for your cause, and your cause is no longer the church, right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm not even want to get into all that.
Sure.
But now your cause can be something more specific.
Of course. Right? And I think
it's no different. That's human nature, right? The Crips and the Bloods were fighting for the neighborhood for a long time, and because there was an absence of something else bigger than that.
Sure.
And so we have to find a way to replace that somehow. We need to build that back up, whatever that is.
Well, this place does a really damn good job about it.
We try.
At least at the very basic level of, people coming here and cheersing a couple of pints together. I think that's a good start.
I think, and we'll leave.
That's where it started.
That conversation there, it started there. Exactly. That's what I was going to say is exactly what Frank said. That's where it started. People coming together in a forum where they can have a couple beers, talk together. There's always going to be friction, but in the end, you've got to find this balance. The business cycle always is, you get this upward trend, but at some point it's got to go down, and then it can only get so low, and then it's got to come back up again. And feels like we're in the low trough right now.
That's why I love living in Paso, because when I go to some other cities, it just seems so much worse.
Yeah,
it is so much more divided and just so much more tribal. I'm not going to name what those towns are, but you guys know, I'm sure. But anytime I go on vacation, I look for I'm like, I get to go back to Paso.
Yeah, so we were just talking about that.
My vacation ends, I get to go back to Paso.
Yeah, and that is beautiful.
I'm stoked.
I haven't lived anywhere that when I traveled, we went 17 days all over Europe and had a great time, but I wasn't sad to come home.
Nah.
And I can't say that I've ever had that feeling before. No offense to my 559 people, but you come here and you're like, if you remove all the signs here, this feels like Ireland driving over, to where Frank lives over there on 46. And you start coming over the hill and you see the Morro Bay rock and the ocean and
those green fields now.
It's
something else.
Yeah. So we're very blessed.
We are.
All right, possibilities. Let's talk about the mindset. We kind of just hit that, but you've done a lot of things. We can kind of cover some of those, but you've been successful at whatever you do. And what do you think the mindset is? I consider you successful. I think you're a grinder, like you said. I respect what you're doing, and we see you working hard. You're always trying new things. What do you think the mindset is that separates you from everyone else?
That's a great question, man. The mindset that separates me from everybody else. I've kind of had this motto in my mind for a long time. I like to do what I want with who I want, when I want, where I want, as there another W in there?
Where you want.
Where I
Damn,
want.
Yeah.
That's my mindset too. I love it.
Yeah, and does it make me selfish? I don't know. I don't have kids. I don't have to. I'm not passing a fortune down to any family. I'm not married. I don't have any kids. So
Well, Frank has kids and he has no fortune to pass down either.
so I'll pass my yacht down
But
to you.
girls,
Just think
if
you-
you're out there, ladies, one day this brewery is gonna hit big.
So what was the question? Was it mindset?
Yeah,
makes
what's
me
your mindset
successful?
that made you successful? What makes you different than everyone
Yeah,
else?
I
Because I'd
just-
say you're different.
I just like to do stuff. Again, we touched on this earlier. I like to focus on things that are directly measured by my efforts, and I like to do stuff, by and large, kind of on my own. But yeah, I guess I'm more individual, more independent than maybe some other people that are more successful than me.
But how do you approach a challenge? Like something's going on, you're attacking something. What are you thinking?
Let's just get it done. No excuses. You know what I mean? Just get it done. If you got to lean on people, that's why I like to have a good network of people, such as you guys. Didn't I have to borrow a shot vac from you a few months ago because my AC drain got clogged? I had to go vacuum that out. So I pride myself on having a good network of people that I can lean on when and if I need them, right? And this place, I mean, I can't stress this enough. If you need a general contractor, if you need a plumber, Tommy, right? Is it
That's the
Tommy?
Cal Coast community.
It's
Yeah.
the yellow pages of Paso right
Yeah,
here.
Yep.
I've just really embraced having a good network of people at my disposal when I need something that I can't do. I know my limitations. I try to do as much as I can on my own, but I can't do electricity to save my life.
I know. I wish I could too. What a skill! Like I want to just light all the cool shit at my house, and I'll just shock myself to death.
Yep, I'm good at landscaping. I can cook really, really well. That's probably the best thing that I'm at in my life. I'm a good fucking barbecue chicken maker, man. You want a good roasted chicken on the barbecue? Then you let me know.
That sounds great.
Yep.
Dude, I cannot take credit for that. I'm this guy. If you come to my house, which rarely does someone come
I've been
to
there
my
one
house right
time. I
now,
was there one time.
I pretend to know what I'm doing on the barbecue. I do the Frank move. It's called the Tom Sawyer move.
Yep.
Okay, what's that?
And then you say to me, dude, let me look at this thing. And I hand you the little poke prod barbecue tongs.
Yeah, the tongs.
And then I sit down and fucking I'm happy that you took that shit over.
No shit.
And he
Yeah.
eats his apple.
Because I'm gonna do some people time. Yeah, you take the paintbrush and you're like, oh, this really is fun.
Wax
yeah, Frank
on.
taught me that one. Yeah, that's
Is that
called
wax
the Tom.
on or wax off?
That's called Tom Sawyer. Dude, this shit is so fun. You're missing out.
You should try it.
Yeah, the barbecue time. Ribs. I love ribs. I don't know how to make them, but if you could show me how to do that, I
I'll
love
fuck up
those.
some ribs too. Frank can make ribs too.
Shit. Well, you stand out, man. People know you and your network is big.
Yep. I wasn't always this way, but I think this Paso has really influenced me in becoming just way more community involved. I got involved with the chamber a couple years ago. Thanks to
Yep.
you jumped
Yeah.
me in nicely.
Nice.
You got to do it, man. You got to
jumped
do
me
it.
in. I kind of I think I had to shortcut the voting process, but
Yeah, well, I
appreciate
got
it.
you in, but you got to produce. Like that's the thing. Like everybody wants to be a part of the community. People are like, "Oh, I want to be a part of the community." No, motherfucker. Like results. Get involved in the community. Get in front of them because it does work. By the way, they're all just like you. That's what I try to bring people together. Is they're like, "Oh, maybe I do want to be here. Maybe I don't." And then in the end, you really do because it's not as scary as you thought it was going to be. And
Right.
people really do. And call me naive. I am. I'm overly optimistic. I'm the vibe titan. Is people genuinely want to help other people
I think so.
as long as you're who you say you are.
Yeah.
Like that's the biggest thing. Be who you say you are.
Agreed.
And when they know you for who you are and they know you're a good person and like our Cal Coast community here, I mean, Zach had just had a baby and people are buying
Congrats,
him
Zach, by the
gifts.
way.
Congrats.
He got that cool wagon from a bunch of members here.
Dude, he did. Like, that's what
little
I'm saying.
camo
Like,
wagon.
people are just invested in what you do. But here's the thing that people have a hard time with. I just worked with some young people in the Atascadero there, at the continuation school. And it's like, if you don't tell your story, which is so hard to do,
It is.
if you don't tell people what you want in life or what you're desiring or what your goals are, they can never help you.
Totally.
Never. But you know what's funny is if you say you want something, generally someone will pop up and say, I can help you. Like they're passionate about it.
I agree.
And
I mean, look at you guys when you turned this little old mattress / automotive shop into what it is now. You had people coming out of the woodwork helping you out.
and we couldn't have done it. With no one does it alone.
Of course not.
Like people show up, Beneso, Brush. I mean, we've named them all. Gallagher's. You know, all of our investors. Like you name them. There isn't someone I mean, there isn't a shortage of people who are like, "What do you guys want to build? Oh, let's go. I'll help you."
That's wild. Yeah.
But if you never speak up and say that, you don't have the. I guess it's vulnerability. I don't know. You can never be helped.
Agreed.
You know, and so I don't know. I'm passionate about it.
I think a lot of people. I think a lot of people have a hard time asking for help.
Why is that? I don't. I don't know.
I think it's just maybe pride or fear of trying something that you're going to fail at. Perhaps, I don't know.
Who the fuck's gonna tell you that you failed? Like who? I don't even know. I don't even understand that. I mean, everyone can tell me. I don't give a shit. You know, it's like I'm trying to be the best I can be every single day. I feel like is that the army?
Yeah. That's be all you can be.
Oh,
That's
that you
simple.
can be. Dude, I'm quasi in the military. Did you know I take all the patches that people bring in and sew them on the inside of my jacket, just like Frank.
Thank you for your service.
I'm just like Frank when I'm at home.
And knowing is half the battle.
That's G.I. Joe.
Yeah, there you go. We got that.
All right, Frankie, what do you got, dude? What do you got?
Okay,
this is a good session.
It's a good session. It's been good.
It's good talking to Mark. You're a grinder. Learn
Dude's a
that.
grinder.
You're very strategic in your thinking,
Strategic.
but you also get your shit done, which is cool. You know, we talk, and this gives me an opportunity to really know you. But I will ask you 2 questions.
Shoot.
Who probably is the better host, Rich or I, and why me?
Well, because you're the strong silent type. That's why. You speak when you need to, not when you want to.
There you go. 2 eyes, 2 ears, 1 mouth.
You definitely know what you get with both of us.
One butthole too. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, rapid fire. Who's most likely to Irish goodbye?
That's me. I'm great at it. I'm a fucking Irish goodbye-er.
I don't even put this up. I'm out.
A quick story. I was up at my cousin's ranch up way off of Cloudmine Road a couple weekends ago. And the next morning, his wife, she says, "I saw you doing the Irish goodbye." And I'm saying, that's like seeing a Yeti. Like,
dude, you can't see it in action.
She says, "I saw you get up from your chair. It was about 9 o'clock. We were all around the fire. You had your drink. You stood up, and then I watched you. And she said, I fucking knew you were going to go back to your tent." And she saw me perform the Irish goodbye, which is, I guess it's not an Irish goodbye if somebody catches you, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, can it be?
It was deep, dude.
It's not completed.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around it because she saw it. She's
Oh,
I got you.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I guess that's more important than this podcast.
That's got to be one of the ladies. Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
He just Irish goodbye again.
He just, dude, I think he just, dude, that's a walk-off right there. He just Irish goodbye with the fake phone call.
On air, too.
All right.
Is this called air?
Hold on. We're going to cheers. That's how we end it right now.
Well, hey, man, this has been...
dude, you got to come back in. We're going to talk current events with Mark Willey.
This has been a
we didn't get
deal
3
in the
pints.
making.
We didn't get 3 pints in. Any final words of wisdom?
I have been... my calendar on my wall has red X's for every day leading up to today.
Dude, was it everything you thought it would be?
And then some.
All right.
But I didn't get my 3rd beer. I'll have that after.
Well, I have one in reserve. I have one in the holster right here.
This is cool, man. I appreciate it. You guys have become great friends of mine, and I love what you guys are doing around here.
Cheers.
Keep it up.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
All right.
I'll keep coming. Clink.